that is alleged to have sustained the gunshots this morning at a family meeting intended to name the next family head as part of funeral arrangements for the final funeral rites of her late father, Apostle Kwadwo Safo Kantanka. Let's go live and speak to my colleague James Aveji for more on this developing story. James, what do we know? James, kindly unmute for us. Hello, James. So we are working the lines to speak to my colleague James Aveji with the details on the shooting incident involving the former Member of Parliament for Dom Kwabena Sarah Adwoa-Safo. We are learning that she was shot this morning. James, what more do we know about the story? James, kindly unmute for us. We'll work the full line and speak to James later. But let's take you to other stories. The Inspector General of Police, Christian Tete Yongonu, has deployed additional officers to Nkwanta South to maintain peace in the area. The deployment follows a renewed attack on Thursday night, which resulted in the killing of 4 people as 9 others sustained various degrees of injury. The Oti Regional Command, in a statement, said more officers are taking over the area to bring back peace. Here are excerpts of the statement. Welcome back. This is still a Joy Newsroom. Let's go back to our earlier story where I told you the former MP for Dom Kwabena Sarah Adwoa-Safo was shot this morning. James Aveji is on the line to us. James, what more can you report? Hello, James. If you can hear me, kindly unmute for me. Unfortunately, we've lost James Aveji on the line. We are trying to get the lawyer on the line to give us more details on what exactly happened at the family ceremony involving the Kwadwo Safo Kantanka. We understand the former MP for Dom Kwabena Sarah Adwoa-Safo was shot this morning during a family ceremony to name the next family head as part of the funeral arrangement for the late father, Apostle Kwadwo Safo Kantanka. Nana Kofi Safo Kantanka is the lawyer for the church. Welcome to the Joy Newsroom. What more do you know about this incident?
Well, good afternoon. Yes, I wasn't on ground at the point the incident occurred, but as a member and a lawyer for the church, I received some brief detail of it. So maybe as far as I can share the briefing I got. And so, but it's all about the installation or introduction of the newly appointed leader. So, per our constitution, as you know, our founder has passed on. and then there needs to be a replacement in terms of the leadership. And so the Constitution gave some powers to the Council of Elders to go through a process and appoint a new leader from among the sons of the founder. So they have gone through the process. They started some months ago. So they have gone through the process, and now they have settled on one person. And then today they have wanted to introduce the said one person to the General Council. The General Council they represent the members. So today's program was to introduce the newly appointed leader to the General Council, who represents the entire membership of the church. So that was what the incident was all about, as in today's ceremony. Yes.
So who fired the shots then?
Who fired which shot?
We understand that Adwoa Safo Kantanka has been shot. True or not?
For that one, I can't tell. And for what I know is that after the introduction of the newly appointed leader to the members, after the ceremony, after the ceremony, they heard a very loud bang. And there are two gates, the northern gate and the southern gate. So they heard a loud bang at the southern gate. And then people were surprised. The bang came again, and then we realized that it was a car which was banging at the gate and wanted to enter. So I think there was a three bang. So she banged, and they got to realize that it was Honorable Adwoa Safo who was in the car. So since she couldn't penetrate the gate through with her car, she went to the northern gate. After that, and then she repeated the same thing. She banged it. She banged the second one, and then the security apparatus, the private security, indicated to her that no, what she's doing will cause casualty, because there were still people in the premises. Because when you enter through the gate with your car, you don't know who you can walk over or drive over with a car. So they started firing warning shots to prevent her from coming, from entering the residence with her car. So as to whether they shot her, as to whether she was wounded, we've seen pictures around that. That's not what actually happened on ground.
But why were they preventing her from entering the church premises?
Sorry?
Why were they preventing her from entering the church premises?
No one prevented her from entering the church. If she had parked and then come down and then indicated that she wants to enter, that would have been all. But
is she not part of the leadership of the church?
Sorry?
Is she not part of the leadership of the church?
No, she's not part of the leadership of the church.
And when the decision of who becomes the leader of the church came up, was she not invited?
Yes. The Council of Elders, as far as I know, wrote to all the children, of the founder. But then, according to the Council of Elders, none of them honored the invitation.
But
that's the brief I've gotten.
She was on her way to the church premise, not so.
No, not the church premise. The place we held the ceremony was held. It's not a church premise.
Right.
Yes.
What place is that?
The place is a residence built by the son of the founder.
And why did she have to force her way through, if the church leadership indeed wrote to her to be present?
I think that question should be directed to her. I cannot answer as to why she wants to force her way there. Because if you want to come and then you get down, you want to come, no one will prevent you. So as to whether if she was prevented, then why should she force her way through? I think she should be answering the question.
You spoke about the gunshots as well, and I asked a question earlier. Who fired those shots and why? The shot. Yes.
Hello?
Yes. The shots. Who fired those shots?
I wasn't on ground, but we had gunshots. According to the briefing I got was that she fired the first shot. That's the briefing I got. She fired the first shot and then banged the gates with her car.
So she fired the first shot.
When she fired those shots, the security apparatus, the private security, also knew that the lives of people were at risk. So they were giving warning shots.
And we understand now that she is injured at the hospital. Can you confirm that for us?
Well, I can't confirm that.
Was any other person injured in that exchange of fire?
No, not that I know of. None that I know of.
What is the leadership of the church going to do next after this incident?
So the matter is currently under investigation. So the security apparatus, the special security is also involved. So it's investigation. But as to the leadership of the church, we also conduct our investigation, our private investigation to it, and then anybody who has perpetrated anything will be brought to book.
Thank you very much.
So the leadership of the church is also meeting to put everything together as to who has done what and who has done what's wrong. But as far as now, we are still getting busy.
Thank you very much. Nana Kofi Safo Kantaka is lawyer for Christo Asafo Church. Let's take you to other stories. I told you earlier, the Inspector General of Police, Christian Tete Nyohonu, has deployed additional officers to Nkwanta South to maintain peace in the area. The deployment follows a renewed attack on Thursday night, which resulted in the killing of 4 people as 9 others sustained various degrees of injury. The Oti Regional Command, in a statement, said more officers are taking over the area to bring back peace. Let me give you excerpts of the statement now. It says, following the recent attacks in the Nkwanta South municipality, which resulted in the loss of lives and injuries to several persons, the Ghana Police Service has intensified security measures to restore calm and ensure public safety. It goes on to say that on the 20th of June 2026, the IGP deployed a special operations support team from the National Police Headquarters, Accra, to Nkwanta to reinforce security and support efforts to maintain law and order while investigations continue. Residents are assured of the continued presence and vigilance of the security agencies. The public is urged to remain calm, cooperate with security personnel, and provide credible information that may assist all ongoing investigations. The Ghana Police Service remains committed to protecting lives and property and ensuring peace within the municipality. This is signed by the Deputy Superintendent of Police, the Public Affairs Units of the Oti Region, John Incho. Obrimpon Kofi is our reporter there for us. Obrimpon, welcome to the news. What is the current situation in the community?
Deployment of IGP special police officers have arrived yesterday evening to add already military and police officers who are in the municipality to maintain peace and order. I can confirm to you that.
Do we know if the police have made any arrests yet?
There haven't been any confirm of any arrest, but investigations are ongoing with regard to the recent attacks that happened on Thursday evening at Odome.
How calm is the community now?
The community is hoping and also having a trust in the security agencies since their presence in the area, although they continue to argue. There have been several deployments of police and other military personnel to the area, making sure that the place becomes stable. But this has not resulted in any results. So they are hoping that with this special deployment of IGP men, they are hoping that the area will be returned to its normalcy once activities and other work continue to move on. Because the area, people cannot go to their farms. There's too much anger that is driving the people in the area because most of the residents in Nkwanta South are all farmers. Over 90% are farmers. And now that this is happening in the area, farmers cannot go to their farms. Anytime a farmer tries to go to his or her farm, he's being attacked or killed. So they are hoping that this deployment will not only be centered only in Nkwanta municipal capital, but they will be sent to the various communities that have been affected so that farmers can have their peace to go to their farms and other work that they do to sustain their life.
Thank you very much, Kofi Obrimpon. Reports from the Oti region. Meanwhile, the Bishop for Jasikan Catholic Diocese, Bishop Simon Kofi Appiah, has called on the Office of the President to directly intervene and bring a lasting solution to the Nkwanta South conflict. Oti regional correspondent Peter Senu reports.
Following Thursday's disturbances that led to the death of at least 3 persons, the Bishop for Jasikan Diocese, Simon Kofi Appiah, says he's committed to ensuring that the mediation talks initiated by his predecessor, Bishop Gabriel Ababio Mante, yielded the intended results.
We are here probably because the efforts made over the time by all people of goodwill, including my predecessor himself, have not yet borne full results. I know that he engaged the communities, he engaged civil and political authorities, he engaged traditional authorities, and I think this same engagement and dialogue is what must continue looking forward.
He says the Christian community is troubled by the recurrent conflict in the area as a president of the local pastoral council is feared dead in the recent violent attacks.
We cannot overemphasize the pain of the church, not just the Catholic Church, but I believe all Christian churches, the Muslim communities, and all people of goodwill. Even people who do not live in Nkwanta and yet knew about the progress that was being made in Nkwanta socially, culturally, and especially economically, feel very troubled about this present situation in the Nkwanta South municipality. I am told, for example, in the present situation, that one of those who lost his life is a member of my church and probably the president of the local pastoral council. I have not yet been able to verify this information. But if that is true, it tells you it is not just about one community, it's about all of us within the region and indeed within the whole country.
He also urged the committee that was agreed by all aggrieved parties to be formed by the Regional House of Chiefs to mediate the concerns begins its work immediately.
They agreed with all the aggrieved parties that the committee should be formed to continue the work that is being done so that dialogue can be used instead of violence to bring back peace. I would wish the committee commenced its work immediately.
Talking about God and faith, the bishop says the youth of the church are troubled by the conflict coupled with prevailing circumstances. He finally called on the president to intervene in the matter for lasting peace to return to the Nkwanta South municipality.
The first thing is to thank him for all that he has been doing to bring back peace to the Nkwanta municipality. But we want more. We want all the agencies needed from state institutions, from the security institutions, from all good people in politics or out of politics to come and help to restore peace to the Nkwanta South municipality. We would be very grateful if the president will go into a higher gear in trying to propel the initiatives being taken to bring peace to Nkwanta.
Peter Sanu for Joy News.
Government has been urged to take decisive action to tackle growing indiscipline among students in some senior high schools, with former Deputy Attorney General and Minister for Justice Alfred Tuah Yeboah calling on the Ministry of Education and the Ghana Education Service to introduce stronger measures. Speaking on Joy News' Newsfile program on Saturday, Tuah Yeboah expressed concern over recent cases of student unrest, warning that protests have increasingly become violent, with some involving the destruction of school property.
The GES and the ministry have to put in a lot of things to ensure that the indiscipline that we have on our campuses should be able to end. Now, during our time, O-level days, we could go on demonstrations, you will sing, you will drum. By the time you realize police are on campus, they tell you go back home. But now students would sing, they would drum as well, and they may want to maybe burn school properties to the extent of even beating or assaulting teachers. I don't think this is something that persisted or existed years back, but now we have students doing it. That calls for a broader discussion on how we can all ensure that our kids who are in school are well disciplined enough, so that we are the future leaders. If they are not disciplined now, then what will happen in the future? There will be a future president. By the time they are president, maybe my brother and I will be old men somewhere in the 80s, 70s, and maybe we cannot even control them. So this is the time for us to tame them. It's not as if you are trying to tell them not to do things that they expect to do under law, but they must do it in moderation.
Vice President of Imani Africa, Kofi Bento, also commenting on recent reports of sexual relationships between some teachers and students, has urged the Ghana Education Service to make an example of such teachers to serve as a deterrent to others.
Travel outside this country, and I ask everybody who knows to confirm, go to a regular elementary school, there are cameras everywhere. There are cameras everywhere. They are monitoring the kids. I am not excusing it, but I'm saying this thing is as old as Adam. Somebody had a phone, that's why we see it. So make an example of that teacher. Not because it is strange or it doesn't happen, but make an example of that teacher.
Now, the Ghana Education Service and Ministry of Education have banned all graduation ceremonies across senior high schools in Ghana. The decision was announced in two separate communications by the two entities. The practice of graduation at the senior high school level, which started some few years back with a simple ceremony to congratulate and advise the final year students who finished their WASSCE, has in recent years turned into full-blown celebrations that government is now raising concerns about. Let's now go to the phone line and speak to Executive Director of the International Child Development, Joyce Lanyo, on this. Welcome to the news. What do you make of this ban by the Ghana Education Service and the Ministry of Education?
Thank you very much, and good afternoon to your listeners. You see, it's very, very unfortunate that these things happen in schools, especially at a time when the children are transiting for further education. It brings a certain form of feeling that they are done with their education and so they could do whatever they like. And at this point, it's just a transiting point for further education. So this is the time they will have to sit and think about the next step, the university, and then how they can access it. Let's look at those who do not have, they have not. Can you imagine a parent going to school with a vehicle assuring the son that, oh, this is for you after your WASSCE exam? And the next person who is poor, from a very poor background, what will be the feeling? What will be the level of clear understanding that he or she also deserves this kind of gift? Parents might identify the fact that the children are children and that they've not attained that age where they can be riding vehicles, where somebody can fly a plane. My goodness, there are limits, and parents need to know. Others are watching, other parents are watching. School authorities, what kind of respect will these children give to school authorities wherever they are? And that's why they can flout rules and regulations. They can go and abuse teachers, break furniture, and feel it's okay. So it's high time we actually take a look at some of these situations. And I absolutely agree with the Ghana Education Service and the ministry for banning such acts, so that we will be in a certain lane where it continues to mentor us as to how to become useful adults in the future.
What is wrong if a parent wants to appreciate the academic performance of their children in SHS and decides to buy him or her a car after completing WASSCE? What's wrong with that?
There's a lot wrong with that. If you give somebody a vehicle, it goes with a whole lot of responsibilities. Is it able to maintain? is he able, even if the parents are going to fuel it, is it time to do that? The driving, is he matured enough to drive? What about the risk that he poses on other road users?
The law says you can drive when you're 18 years.
For parents to actually do this for their kids, they can go home and celebrate whatever they have. They can turn their roofs upside down. That time they are there alone with their kids. But in the public glare, in school, where others are watching, other parents are also seeing what is happening. How will they feel? The school authorities. And that's why we have all manner of abuse cases by these children to our teachers, our head teachers, school, property, and all that. So it is absolutely wrong. And I want to commend the DES and the ministry for coming out with such a regulation so that people will know where they stand when it comes to education. And once you are done with your education, even at the university, and you have your job, then you can do whatever you want. But as at now, it's really, really rather unfortunate for parents to be doing this to their children. Yeah.
Joyce Lanyot, thank you so much for your time. Now, this Father's Day, we turn the spotlight on a different kind of fatherhood, one not defined by biology, but by faith, service, and spiritual guidance. There are men who have dedicated their sexuality to God, but what inspires such commitment? What drives a man to choose a life of priesthood and service? My colleague Sheila Sechi explores these questions in Father by Calling, a special Father's Day feature celebrating Reverend Fathers and their impact on society.
For many men, fulfillment is often measured by family, children, and the generations that carry their name forward. But can fulfillment exist outside traditional fatherhood?
I mean, you do not have biological children, but by all indications, you've fathered spiritually. What would you say would be your remarkable take? You know, like your takeaway from being a spiritual father to so many people.
Well, my take is that a priest is a father.
Yeah.
Okay. You are a father for so many reasons. Just as the biological father begets, you also beget children through baptism. Okay. Just as the biological father nourishes and nurtures, you nourish and nurture God's people through the Eucharist. You give them the bread of life and the blood of Christ. You give them the word of God. That is the way of feeding people's souls. Okay? You help people to grow in the faith, to mature in faith. So whenever you have had the opportunity to confirm adults you baptized, what you are actually doing is maturing them in the faith, making them Christian soldiers to defend their faith and all. People frequent the confessional. You are bringing them healing. You are bringing them recovery. Somebody is sick, you bring the sacrament of the sick. You are like the father who brings the child to the hospital for treatment when they are sick. So in all those areas of our lives as Christians, the priest is a father.
For these Reverend Fathers, legacy is not found in family trees, but in transformed lives, strengthened communities, and souls guided through faith.
Most of the issues we are having in the nation, Ghana and elsewhere, has to do with the crisis of fatherhood. Fathers have run away. Fathers are no more. Some fathers are in the home, but they have slave queens and flower pots. So if you are a father, you are taking care of your slave queens more than your wife, then something will happen to you. You must farm, provide for the family everything from head to toe. The father is the priest in the home. So if you are a father, you are not leading your family in prayer. then we need to check the report.
If you can be a good material for marriage, then definitely you can be a good material for priesthood. Yes. If you can't be a good material for marriage, you can't be a good material for priesthood, because marriage is all about love and sacrifice, just as the sacrament of the priesthood is also about love and sacrifice. You cannot be faithful as a married person, then you can't be faithful as a priest. So a faithful priest will be a very good and faithful husband.
Now, the Joy Safari Escape is still in full swing today at Aqua Safari. From board games to lawn tennis and archery, this Father's Day is turning into one unforgettable ride for our fathers. And right now, we are crossing live to Kofi Hayford of Joy Entertainment, also host of Weekend City Drive, who is on the ground with the fathers. Kofi, it's raining in Accra. What's the weather looking like in Aqua Safari?
Thank you very much. It's drizzling currently. I'm sure you can see that in your shot. But trust me, we are not bothered by the rains today. We love it. It's cool. Let me go straight to the point. I don't know if you're ready for that, because yesterday a lot of things happened here at Aqua Safari in Ada. Look, I am laughing because there are so many things that one can enjoy if they were part of this particular trip, the Joy Safari Escape. I know that we've put together a lot of activities for fathers who have been with the Joy brands for all these years. However, this one has been quite special. So, for example, when we took off yesterday, we made a stop at Safari Homes on the Tema Motorway, precisely Trasacco, all right? And then it was a very beautiful time. After that, we journeyed straight into Ada with a motorcade, I beg your pardon. When we got here, we checked into our hotel rooms, and then after that, had lunch. Then we did our boat cruise. There were so many other activities that we indulged in yesterday right here at Aqua Safari. And then much later on at night, we had a party. That is the reason why I'm laughing, because, hey, the party was something really crazy, something that you should be here to witness for yourself. For the first time, I think a lot of the fathers, were dancing to the sight of their children. A lot of the kids who came with their fathers were actually impressed. Some of them were also teasing their dads because they thought their dads could have done better. And then we also had the dancing competition for the fathers, which I think was a very great activity that we did yesterday, because it brought out the joy in the fathers, and then, of course, the mothers as well. Some of the kids also had something really nice to say about their daddies. I am of the view that we've had a certain perception about the daddies, that they are, never really present physically. But one of the kids told me yesterday that they are very happy that at least out of the 365 days in every year, that their dad made time to spend time with them on the Joy Safari Escape that is currently ongoing here at Aqua Safari in Ada. We, by kind courtesy of our sponsors, we were able to gift some of the fathers, some gifts. For example, we gave out Woodine fabrics. We gave out we gave out Jane M spa vouchers, and there are so many other things that a lot of them are also getting. And so it's been quite a nice time, but we are not done. Today, this morning, we have started. We had breakfast, and then of course after that, we are going to have lunch in a bit. However, there's been a couple of activities. We had some board games. We've played Ludo. We've played chess. Yesterday, some people were swimming. We've done the boat cruises as well. Let me cut to the chase and speak to some of the fathers whom we have already, indulged with and spoken to. My brother, how are you doing?
I'm good.
You are live on Joy News. Yesterday I spoke with you, and you were also one of the folks that competed in the dancing competition, right?
Yeah.
I don't know why you are laughing. Do you want to tell them whether you were first or second or third?
Well, I think I didn't have a crowd around, so I think the cheers were more than me. More than mine. So I think that at least I got a goodie. So I'll take it. I was third anyway, so I'm fine with that.
The man was third. It's only because of third that he's speaking so much. But how has the experience been for you so far?
Well, if you ask me, I will say that it's beyond our expectation. You promised us what was on the flyer and what really you advertised for. if I will say it's beyond experience, it's beyond expectation, and we'll do it again next year, if you ask me. Yeah.
You came with your kids. I've seen you, having a good time with the kids. Do you do this every year?
Actually, because of my schedule, I don't get this. So this year there was a little bit of respite, and we took advantage of it. And yeah, it's been worth it. I mean, listen, all of them were doing the jet skiing. I mean, my kids were swimming, and I mean, whatnot. We just can't imagine it. But I feel that we should always take a break and do this every year.
I like that. Thank you very much for speaking to us. Yeah, so I mean, you have heard one of them. There are so many other fathers who are here as well. We're definitely going to be talking to them. And of course, we'll talk to the kids as well. The mothers are here as well. And so we'll find out how they feel, having to make this happen. So there's one thing that I also like, which is that some of the fathers who are with us actually got here by surprise. One of the fathers says he didn't know, he had no idea that there was something of this sort going on. However, the family was able to get him to be on this particular trip, and it's been nothing short of amazing. Pardon us, this is music for the entire event, and so we are jamming. It gives you an idea of what is happening here. So the folks are already enjoying lunch, and so we're going to go over and talk to them and find out how it is like, because after lunch, I think we'll give out some gifts as well. And then after that, we can head over to Accra. So as we try to wrap up this entire experience, let's find out from them how they are feeling and what the experience has been like for them so far. Yeah. So this is a special place for our lunch. Yeah. So come with me. There's currently the buffet going on. I'm sure you can see in your shots. Amazing foods. We've had, look, yesterday someone told me that we've been overfeeding them, which I know is not a very good thing though, but it only goes to tell you that they are really enjoying themselves. Yeah. Let me speak to my brother here. My brother, how are you doing? I like your plate.
Thank you.
We are live on Joy News, and we just want to find out how you are feeling on the second day of this trip.
Very well, very well. First of all, what I'll say is thank you so much to Joy FM. I'm hoping we will organize this, not to wait for the next year, but every quarter or every half of the year. That will be good.
Did you get here on your own, or you were sponsored by wifey, or how did you get on this trip?
Sponsored by wifey.
Oh, is she here?
No, she's not around.
Okay, but she is sponsored so you can come, and I hope it's been worth your time.
Very, very.
Right, you wanted to say something, one more thing? Okay, it's fine. Please go ahead and enjoy your meal.
Yeah, thank you.
Right, okay. He's not the only one. There are other people who are also here as well. In fact, DJ Bredash is here. Yesterday, he was the main man. He was the one that got us on our feet dancing. And so we're going to be talking to DJ Bredash what the experience was like yesterday. But before that, come with me, and let's speak to a couple more people, right? So this is another set of folks that had a good time yesterday. My brother, how are you doing?
Very well.
Yeah, we are live on Joy News, and I just want to find out. Look, yesterday you were the one that was recording us, and which of you? Yeah, you. Oh, I remember you. We had a good time, and so we're trying to find out what has the experience been like for you so far.
Oh, it's a very great experience. We've been coming here, and this time coming with Joy FM. I think the experience is different. Moving together, going to see the safari places. It was a great experience. Yeah. Yesterday was very great.
Do you think you make it here again if we organize this for the second time this year?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, right? Okay. He's not the only one here. Our brother is also here. Chief, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Has it been worth your time?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
What has been your favorite experience so far?
Oh, on the island. Yeah.
What happened on the island?
You know already.
He's a man of few words, but trust me, he says that, look, I know whatever happened. What happens at Aqua Safari stays at Aqua Safari. So we're not telling. But come through. Let me speak to a couple more people. My brother, how are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm doing fine.
I know that you've had a very good time. I won't wait for the world to know. I would. But so far, what has the experience been like for you?
In fact, me personally, I had a very fantastic time. As a matter of fact, I was asking one of your lady if you can extend her days. No, it was fine. I mean, it's beyond my imagination. I didn't look yesterday. I overate. I ate morning. I don't know.
I hope you didn't eat at dawn.
We overfed us. We ate about 5 times. I mean, it was too much. The fun was great. I mean, yeah. I'm so glad I came. Yeah.
I'm happy to hear that. Well, on this table as well, something happened yesterday, right? Even I did not know about it. There's a gentleman who celebrated his birthday yesterday. I don't know how this worked out for him, but it only means that the constellation is in his favor. I'm going to talk to him, but I want to find out how, he got on the trip. I want to speak to the wife. Hello, madam. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well.
Yesterday, how did you feel when we made the surprise happen for your husband?
In fact, I didn't really expect it to be that big, and I was so much surprised. He also got surprised too, the birthday boy himself. Actually, being a birthday, I couldn't do much. Right. Yeah, but with your team, you helped me put something together, and actually, it pulled out very well.
Right. Okay, now let's talk to the birthday man himself. Chairman, they say you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. He's the real definition of that. Yesterday, this gentleman danced so hard, I was surprised. He's a very gentleman. So let me ask you, we're celebrating fathers, we're celebrating men. What has been your best experience so far, especially as it came, in tandem with your birthday?
Yeah, thank you very much. So first and foremost, we'd like to thank your team. The crew, they've been amazing. This is out of our expectation. However, my birthday, in connection with whatever that has gone on here, has been something that I am surprised, and that was the main purpose with which my wife planned the whole thing. Right. So, yes, I was surprised when I got into the room filled with lots of people drumming and singing birthday songs. I haven't had such a surprise before, and I'm very grateful to her for pulling this up. Like my brother rightly said, we've been abused with food, like from morning, afternoon, late time, whatever you want, you have it here. I think it has been a fantastic organization. Kudos to the team. You guys put in a lot of effort, and yes, we can see it. It's evident with all that we can witness here. The place is amazing. So it confirms, and it actually affirms the fact that the team did a great job. We are enjoying ourselves here. So to those of you out there, we would like you to know, whenever Joy FM is organizing any event, come on, jump on the crew. Be part of a fun that you always keep as a memory. Thank you very much.
That's right. Thank you very much. I wish we can speak to some of the kids, right? Because they have also had such a great experience. There's especially one family that I see them in my shot now, and so we're going to wait for them and speak to them. So come over. Let's try and meet some of them and have a talk with them. Okay. Father of the Year. So this is the man that won the dancing competition yesterday. We're live on Joy News TV. Yes, and congratulations once again.
Thank you. I'm grateful.
So for our viewers who didn't get the opportunity to be here, I just want you to tell them what has the experience been for you so far as a father on this Joy Safari Escape trip?
It's really been fun being with this Safari Escape. When I started the journey, I thought it was going to be held at the one on the Akuapem Ridge. So I moved to Ebri. When I heard that it was going to take place here, I returned, but on my way I felt the journey is too far before getting here. But then, getting here, it has never been a time wasted. I have really exhausted my day with activities, and I wish this thing is repeatedly done, and all fathers get on board to have fun. Thanks.
Yesterday, your kids said a lot of good things about you. They also confessed to the fact that you are not always around. However, they cherished the idea of joining this trip and spending time with them. What's that one thing that you tell every father who's watching us right now?
Well, that's all I have to say, that fatherhood is a profession on its own. Right. But if you want to take up the mantle as too heavy on yourself, you will not have time to do anything. There is no time for everyone to do anything. We have to make time to just take advantage of times like this and make our children and the family as a whole happy.
That's right. You came with 4 kids. Yeah. Luckily, we have one of them here. Let me just switch to this side and speak to your son. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Okay. So yesterday you saw your dad dance. Was that the first time you were seeing him dance?
No, it was not the first time.
Okay, but how were the dance moves yesterday?
The dance, it was cool, yeah.
It was cool. Do you think that he deserved to be the winner for the day?
He deserved it.
Okay, so tell us, what has the experience been for you like, and how do you feel having to come on this trip with your dad?
Okay, I'm feeling happy. We came from Oyarifa to here to come and enjoy, and indeed it has been great days since we have been here.
If we did this next week or next month, would you want to be on it?
Yeah.
You are sure? Okay. So what do you have to tell your friends out there whose fathers or parents or family were not able to make it? Do you think they should be with us next time?
They should be with us next time, because it's an experience that is inevitable and you can't have it every day.
That's right. Okay. Thank you very much for speaking to us. Alrighty. So look, there's a lot going on. I also have to go and chill. But can we speak to DJ Bridash? I think so, right? He's the man behind whatever happened yesterday. DJ Bridash, you were in your elements yesterday. We're live on Joy News. Listen, the truth of the matter is DJ Bridash is not only good at the turntable and the scratching. Or what Anka Sanso areas here. Charlie, I know, right? But I mean, what came over you yesterday?
So I think basically I depend on the energy of our audience. They give me a lot of energy. So once they give me 100% energy, I also have 100%. Yeah, the boomer I had 200, then more energy. So I think yesterday all of them were ready to party, and then I was also ready to party. So I gave them what they asked for. So basically that was it.
That's right. Thank you very much, DJ Bridash. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm so happy that you've had a glimpse of what has been happening here since yesterday. It's been an amazing time celebrating fathers and father figures in our lives. Of course, I think that we're going to do this next year. We want to say a very huge thank you to all our sponsors, from Woodine, Le Createur to Reedy Vitamin C, all of them, all the sponsors. Thank you very much for doing this with us. I've been reporting live from Aqua Safari in Adan. This has been the Joy Safari Escape. I'm Kofi Hayford.
Thank you very much, Kofi. And our fathers are indeed having an amazing time at Aqua Safari. If you are not part of it, then you missed a big time. Happy Father's Day to all fathers once again. Let's take you to other stories. He came back to a building time forgotten. 10 years of wind, theft, and silence. But while West MP Peter Tobulanchini didn't come to make excuses, he came with a deadline, September. From inspecting collapsed walls at Dorimoni E Block to putting 40 chairs and the 36 children who once sat on bare floor and weak benches. For him, education isn't politics, it's rescue. A Joy News' Upper West regional correspondent Rafiq Salam reports.
For 10 years, it stood empty. Wind tore the roof, thieves took the wiring, walls collapsed. Dorimo's E Block was a monument to waiting.
10 years down the line, I have seen that the wind has destroyed the roof, and I have ordered new roofing sheets. Apart from that, yes, a part of the walls have been pushed down, vandalized, and then again the electricals, a lot of things have been stolen.
Today, the waiting ends. Warwest MP, Superintendent retired Peter Langenetobo, is back on site with contractors. They promise September 2026, 3 to 4 months to finish.
If you didn't do a good job in 2016,
yes.
10 years down the line, if asked you to come and complete the job, I'm sure by now you would have been embarrassed.
Yeah, we have been embarrassed.
But the quality of work that you did 10 years ago,
yes, it's
still standing. Yeah. And now you are the same person who started to come and complete it. So it's good. It's good. For me, I'm proud of the quality of your work.
Yeah.
And we pray that when you complete it, you will be one of the contractors government will have to watch if we are looking for contractors with capacity that can deliver quality.
But the crisis isn't just at the E block. At Durmu Ode Kindergarten, 36 children crowded and sat on weak benches, and others sat on the dirty cement floor. No chairs, no desks, just torn books and tired bags.
We don't have any proper furniture. It's just these normal benches. And if you can see, the kids are too young to sit on it. And especially when it comes to writing, they find it very difficult in writing. So we had to, when it's time to write, they sit on the floor. And that makes the work very difficult, because looking at my situation, it's hard for me to bend down, and the kids themselves, they don't feel comfortable in writing, and it ends up tearing most of the books and destroying them.
40 plastic chairs from the legislature changed that day.
Now, Honorable has come to support us with chairs, these chairs, and I think it will go a long way to help us. Yes, it will make things more easier. And he's even promising that they will still come, and we are praying that things will be they will be able to work out things.
In what ways, the message is clear. Whether under a tree or in a new block, the child must go to school. Education brings hope.
In the morning, if a woman is supposed to go for share nuts, if a woman is supposed to go to the market, you can drop your 3-4-year-old child here to learn something while you go. So when you meet women in the villages, carrying their children, walking long distances,
in world news, Iran said it has closed the Strait of Hormuz again because of deadly Israeli strikes in Lebanon that are on breach of Tehran's agreement with the United States to end the war. The announcement comes as a high-level Iranian team arrived in Switzerland to meet the U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance for a new round of peace talks. In a statement from the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, read out on Iranian state television, it also warned vessels not to approach the strait, otherwise their security will be placed at risk. The U.S. military has, however, disputed the claim, saying commercial ship traffic continued through the strait on Saturday. And that'll be all for Joy Newsroom on the Joy News channel. Log on to myjoyonline.com. You'll find more stories there. My name is Gemma Apia. Good afternoon.
Step into a universe of play. Explore games for every taste and find your favorite way to play. The excitement starts here. 1x Games on 1xBet. A world of games wherever you are.
Imagine a family without a home. Imagine a song without a voice.